before I show this to you, you have to promise not to laugh, okay? Don't laugh. Hey besties, it's Nat, back again with another video, coming to you from outside. This is actually my second attempt at filming this video. I almost completely scrapped the entire concept of this, which we'll get to in a minute, trust me. You know how I love a good story time. But here we are. For those of you who are unaware, I recently went on a unintentional 5-month hiatus, which I explained in the last video that I posted, which I'll link in the card. Long story short, it involved a swarm of bees building a nest inside of my walls, and it was a deeply unpleasant experience. But one good thing that hiatus afforded me was the ability to pick up hobbies. You know, I couldn't sit at my desk and just be on my computer all day, so I went outside and read books and started painting again. I love doing watercolors. I'm not good at them. Let me make that very clear. I am not good at watercolors, but I just like doing them. I like doing them as gifts for people, like for holidays and birthdays and things. I'll make my friends little personalized greeting cards. I made one for my dad for Father's Day, which I'll put right here, so you can sort of see my skill level. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy it. So I thought it would be fun to kind of continue that on now that I'm back to making videos and sort of incorporate some of my new hobbies into the channel a little bit. I don't know, maybe that was a good idea, maybe that was a terrible idea. Right now, it feels like a terrible idea. It is criminally humid outside right now. There is a heat wave going on across the southern United States. I saw like a map on Twitter that had the South colored in green. It was like, these areas over the next couple of days are going to experience jungle levels of humidity. And as someone who has been to the jungle, I can confirm that is exactly what is going on right now, which is why I am so sweaty. So apologies for that. I promise you'll only have to look at my sweaty face for the rest of the intro, and then we'll cut to the main portion of this video, which is going to be me painting while you watch a speed build. Okay, so let me briefly explain the concept for this video. Besides obviously returning to my hobby of doing watercolors, I was really inspired by several trends in the Animal Crossing community. A while back, there was this trend where people were making paintings in Animal Crossing on their own islands and in Happy Home Paradise. I actually participated a little bit in that trend. I can link that too. It was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. So I thought it would be fun to reverse that trend a little bit and do a painting of my Animal Crossing island. On top of that, I am about to finish the island that I started the day the game came out, the first complete version of Nautilus, which is my New England themed island based off of where I grew up. And with that completion, I'm kind of fidgeting with a couple of areas on my island. Right now, I'm working on fixing up the lighthouse at the back of my island, which is based off of a real lighthouse called the Bass Harbor Headlight. And you can see that video also linked in the card. I'm really sorry. I promise I'll stop linking things. You don't have to go watch all of those right now. Watch them later. Watch this right now. But I did that build a while back. I really enjoy it. But there are some things that I wanted to change about it or edit about it. So I thought that now would be a good opportunity to fix that build up a little bit and also take inspiration from that area of my island, which I do really enjoy and think is really beautiful, to turn into a painting. So essentially, we took a photograph of a real place and turned it into an Animal Crossing build. And then I'm gonna take that Animal Crossing build and turn it into a painting. Hopefully that makes sense. Essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a speed build of me working on that part of my island, while in the corner I show you the process of me painting. I feel like it'll make more sense when it's happening. But anyway, with all that being said, now is the time to grab yourself a snack, grab yourself something to drink, and let's get right into it. Oh, and also maybe grab some watercolors if you have them and you wanna paint along, that'd be fun. Honestly, I would love to see paintings of people's Animal Crossing islands, so like hit me up on Discord, hit me up on Instagram. I'd love to see that. But now let's begin. Hello besties, editing Nat here, looking scrungly as ever, and I'm here to make an important announcement. But all the other times that I've attempted to record this little insert have felt incredibly corny and weird, so I'm just going to tell you, this Sunday, July 16th, 2023, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live here on YouTube playing Happy Home Paradise, and I will not stop playing Happy Home Paradise until I finish the main campaign, which involves renovating roughly 30 houses. And the best part is that you will have almost complete control over all of those houses, because we are doing another You Control My Happy Home Paradise build stream complete edition. That's right, besties. You will be able to control every house that I make in Happy Home Paradise for this run through. For those of you who don't know, this island nautilus that I'm working on in this video is almost complete, and I am very close to uploading a tour video and a dream address for this island. So, you know, if you like what you see in this video, be on the lookout for that very, very soon. But I also have a second island on a second Switch, and I need to finish Happy Home Paradise on that Switch because my villagers' houses are ugly and I need to fix them. So we're doing a You Control My Build stream. Basically, you donate to control my build. There's going to be a list of things in the description box of the stream that you can change about the build, and you can choose to make the build beautiful, or you can choose to make my life a living hell. It's all up to you. If you saw my previous video, you'll be aware that I recently took a bit of a forced hiatus for a couple of months due to a situation where bees were living in my walls. And because of that, I haven't made a lot of money off of YouTube recently, so I'm doing this stream to sort of recoup some of the lost income from these last couple of months. There's absolutely no obligation to donate, though, if you do decide to check out the stream. The primary purpose of the stream is to finish Happy Home Paradise and to have a fun time. And you, the audience member, will get to enjoy the chaos whether you donate or not. So, you know, if you have time on Sunday between 1 p.m. and whenever the hell I finish, swing by the stream. You might see something ridiculous. You'll probably see something very ridiculous. There's going to be some new stuff that we don't normally do on those streams. There's going to be options to scan in amiibo cards. There's going to be all sorts of things that you're going to be able to do that we haven't normally done on these streams before, and I'm actually very excited. So that's happening once again this Sunday, July 16th, 2023 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see you there. And now that I'm done with that, let's get back to my terrible painting. Okay, so several housekeeping things as we're getting started. I mentioned in the intro how this is my second attempt at filming this video, and I'll get into that in a moment, but two important things. One, apologies if the audio in this video is kind of whack. I'll get into why that is in a second, but I am using my iPhone headphone microphone to record this, so apologies in advance for that. Second of all, because I did attempt to film this previously, I already started on the outline of my painting, as you can see here. I'm going to adjust it a little bit, but I really like the lighthouse. I think I did a really good job with that. So, you know, with that being said, I guess let's get started painting, or I guess drawing. I was kind of torn when I came up with the idea for this video, because on the one hand, you know, you're not going to see the final version of what I'm painting until the end of the video, but I feel like you could kind of get the gist of what's going on, you know, like there's lots of trees, there's a lighthouse, there's rocks, there's flowers, you know, it's very, it's very Maine, which, you know, makes sense for my island. That was actually kind of also my inspiration for doing this build. Was specifically, I saw other girlies, you know, on social media using the cave object as part of their lighthouse builds. I think we're just going to do 3 trees. I think that 3 trees is best, even though in the actual build itself there are 4 trees. And I also think that I'm going to have boats in the water over here, even though in the actual build in the game you can't see the boats because of the perspective. We're going to play around with perspective a little bit, besties, okay? We have artistic freedom on our side. But yeah, you know, I'm known to copy. I'm known to steal. I love to steal. That's like my motto on this channel. Not actually, for those of you who are new viewers. I don't actually like to steal for people. I swear, I promise. I kind of want to do the fence, but like I'm not 100% sure about that. We'll see. Wow. Nice straight line. Look at that. Oh yeah, so back to the topic at hand, which is the fact that this video is attempt number 2 at this entire concept. So I went out to record this yesterday, and once again, I mentioned in the intro how there's a heat wave going on right now. And so I thought I was being so smart when I was like, oh, you know, it's gonna rain all week, so I'll just go today on Sunday. I'll go to the park super early in the morning when no one else is going to be there, right? And I'll record before it gets hot. Little did I know when I got to the park, there was a children's decathlon happening that took up at least half of the park and was incredibly loud, and also made it so I had to walk around the entire park to even enter it. So I kid you not, it took me actually literally an hour to find a place to sit where I could record, where it was both quiet enough for me to record and also where I was physically allowed to sit. I have to erase this terrible boat that I drew yesterday. Oh my god. See, I'm bad at perspective. That's my biggest downfall as a painter, and also I'm bad at like shadows and color. I can only imagine like what you're seeing right now on like the Animal Crossing side of things. It's probably just me attempting to do the tree glitch, if I'm being honest. That and trying to make space to put this stupid cave object. That's something I talked about in my last video, along with my harrowing story time about the bees, which you all responded very both kindly and also strongly to, which I mean, I can understand why. It's an incredibly harrowing story. One thing that I didn't talk about in that last video, where I was going over like building fatigue and like other Animal Crossing related stuff, was finding places to put this stupid cave object, which is so huge, and like for what, you know? Like, why is it like that? Why is it so big? I hate it, but I also love it. So it's like, you know, it's distressing. It really is, as a builder, that I have to make space for this huge object. But then when I do make space for it, it looks really, really good. Like, that really does upset me personally. Oh, I was in the middle of telling that story about how I already filmed this yesterday. So yeah, after my literal actual hour walk, like I'm not joking, I got 10k steps in on Pikmin Bloom yesterday, not of my own volition. After that hour walk, I sat down to record, and immediately the lav mic that I bought specifically for this video broken, just stopped working entirely. It wasn't even that the battery was dead, it just stopped working. And you know, I thought at that point, like, it can't get much worse than this, so I might as well keep going. That was not the correct perspective to have, because after that happened, my phone kept overheating, and then I kept overheating, and then eventually had to leave the park entirely because of that. So, you know, very unsuccessful trip. And then I went home and I talked about it on stream, and we streamed Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, and it healed my soul. Oh, the sun's back out. Well, that's not really good for me, but it's good for all of you because you get a better view of this terrible boat that I'm drawing. So I ended up doing the second boat off camera because the perspective on that thing was absolutely kicking my butt, and I was not built to do stuff like that. But yeah, I think we're about ready to start painting. I also added a couple of extra trees as well, just to better reflect both the Animal Crossing build and the real life lighthouse. So yeah, let's get started. I have these beautiful watercolors that I've had for many, many years that I got for very cheap. My poor Switch is overheating so badly right now. I also kind of want to do a bit of a sunset sky. I'm not sure how much of a sunset I want, but obviously if we do a sunset, then it'll be like way more contrasty with the blue water, so maybe that'll be good. I don't know, we'll have to see. Oh, this is so relaxing. See, this is like the relaxing sleigh sort of time. Oh, that color is perfect. I'm such a genius. Are you guys ready for the first paint strokes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, maybe that needs to be a little more green. Oh, yes. Okay, so my phone very rudely stopped recording when I was in the middle of working on my gorgeous and stunning bridge. As you can see, it ended up being a little more green than I was anticipating. I'm gonna go back in with the blue and see if I can rectify that a little bit. But one of the things that I like about watercolors is that it's really just vibes. Like, you know, like, you can mess up, the colors can get a little muddy, but like, who cares, you know? Like, okay, because I will know no end to the production issues with this video, my phone keeps overheating and stops filming randomly. Luckily, the sun went behind a cloud for a second, so hopefully you can see the incredibly amateurish job I did painting the bridge. I didn't intend for it to come out like this, but you know, sometimes we make mistakes, and that's okay, because we're human, and you know, our mistakes can be beautiful. This mistake in particular, not very beautiful, but trust me, the rest of his painting will be very slay. Just stick with me, okay? Just remember that beautiful Maggie Simpson that I showed you earlier and just pretend like this busted bridge does not exist. You know what? Maybe I'll paint the boats. Maybe that'll be what we do next. Hold on a second. Okay, one of the boats is blue and orange, so I think I'm gonna try to make it like a really dark blue so it can contrast okay with the water. But yeah, just when you're imagining what I was doing during my hiatus, just like imagine like peaceful activities just like this, you know, like going to the park, sitting on my incredibly useful blanket from Five Below, reading a book. I mentioned in the last video how I had been reading a bunch of manga, and then on stream people asked like, what manga are you reading? And I just need to make it very clear to all of you, I only read gay manga. And I had a whole segment about the shows and books I've been watching and reading while I was away that ended up getting cut for time. But I figured we could go over that now while we're just chilling and vibing and you're watching me. You know what? Honestly, looking at the terrible job I'm doing with the lines of these, I'm kind of glad that the big part of the screen is the Animal Crossing build and the small part of the screen is the painting. But you know what? That's okay, because this is just my hobby. I may be an Animal Crossing professional, but I'm just a novice painter, an innocent little novice painter who's bad at art, and I reserve the right to continue to be bad at art. This needs to be a straight line. Oh no, besties. I've made a mistake. It's okay, we can fix it. Watercolors do leave a lot of room for error, but they do not leave infinite room for error. Okay, so my phone needed to take a little nap because she was overheating again, but this is what I have for the boat. I tried to adjust it a little bit to like diffuse the colors and like make the edges a little rounder, and I think it looks better. It's still a bit of a mess, but you know what? Once again, that's okay. This video is not about being perfect. If it was, I probably wouldn't be filming it outside. I would be inside in the comfort of my home, enjoying air conditioning. Oh, I was talking about anime, wasn't I? I watched a lot of shows and read a lot of manga while I was away. I talked about this on my Harvest Moon stream, which, first of all, the fact that that game is out is surreal to me. The remake of A Wonderful Life, Story of Seasons. I apologize. I was talking about some of the things that I was doing during my hiatus on that stream. And first of all, I should have known that my chat, my subscribers, the besties, were Buddy Daddy's army, okay? I should have known that y'all were Buddy Daddy's nation. Because I know for me, personally, Buddy Daddies took over my entire life this past winter, and it still sits just at the front of my brain constantly, 24/7, 365. I think I kind of want to do the trees next. So let's jump into this green over here. I promise that the trees are going to be more complicated than just triangles, but just bear with me, okay? Just trust the process as we go along. But yes, back to anime. After Buddy Daddies aired, I decided to check out PA Works. That's the studio that made Buddy Daddies. It was an original anime, so it doesn't have a manga or anything. Unfortunately, we cannot continue to exist in the world of Buddy Daddies as much as I would love to. But after that finished airing, I decided to check out PA Works' next show for the spring season, which was Skip and Loafer, which was an adaptation of a manga, which I now really want to read because I really enjoyed the show. Funnily enough, it's about a girl who's from like a very remote town in rural Japan on the coast, a coastal town, who goes to Tokyo for high school because she wants to work for the government and help revitalize sort of abandoned rural towns like hers. And she makes lots of friends. She makes friends with this very pretty himbo in her class, who has like a dark backstory. It's not that dark, but you know, it's a bit of a dark backstory, I suppose. And all of the animation is so cute. All of her classmates are so cute. I absolutely love, she lives with her auntie, and the auntie has this like side story where she befriends one of her niece's classmates, and if you know, you know, it's just the cutest thing in the world, and I absolutely love it, and I really want to read the manga to learn more about their relationship. Okay, there's people laughing and being jovial, so I hope that doesn't bother you all, but the trees, I think, are coming out quite good. I'm quite pleased with the colors we have going on over here, and I kind of want to work on the tree trunks and the rocks, so let's dig into that a little bit. I'm gonna dive right in. I'm gonna dive right in, besties. I'm doing it. But besides Skip and Loafer and Buddy Daddies, I also watched the drama adaptation of She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat, which is a lesbian manga about a woman who loves to cook and a woman who loves to eat. Who would have thought? I think this tree trunk is like too wide, so I'm just gonna pretend that it's not. It's back to She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat. The main character is a woman who loves to cook. She's like a business professional. She works in an office, and she comes to work every day with these elaborate lunches. And everyone in the office is like, ooh, are you like learning how to cook so you can be a good housewife when you get married? And she's like, ew, no, I'm learning how to cook because I enjoy it and because I wanted to learn a new hobby. Duh. And she's like very distraught about this. You know what? That's what we're doing right now, besties. We're engaging in a hobby just for the sake of it, not for anyone else, and not for a man, just for us, and that is beautiful. But yeah, she's kind of distraught about her coworker's reaction to her cooking hobby, but then she meets her neighbor, who is a woman who loves to eat, and she has her own backstory and her complicated relationship with food. And they kind of come together and like repair each other's relationships with food, in a gay way, of course. And it's fabulous, and I absolutely adored it. And I really want to read the manga now that I've seen the drama adaptation, which is on Mubi, by the way. Besties, when I get that Mubi sponsorship, I'm just kidding. But actually, though, that'd be a weird sponsorship for this channel to have. But, you know, this channel, I do a lot of weird things, like go outside and film me painting a terrible watercolor painting. I could do anything, besties. You have no idea what to expect. Literally. I might leave for 5 months and then come back and talk about how my house was invaded by bees. Okay, so it took me forever to mix, but I think I came up with a color that I like for the water. So, ooh, that is, speaking of water, that is very watery. But I'm gonna give that a try. I had to mix like pink and purple and blue. Okay, maybe that's a little too purple. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back, and I'm just gonna try whatever the heck is on my brush. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's very slay. Oh, I'm a genius. Look at me go, besties. One challenge that I did not anticipate with filming this was the fact that it would be so hot out that not only would my phone continue to constantly shut off while filming, but also that it would be so hot that the water in the paint that I'm mixing would keep evaporating. That is an exciting new issue that I've never had before while painting. Okay, this is extremely light right now, but I think that we're going generally in the right direction with the water. I think that it is quite beautiful and stunning. Also, now that I'm looking at the painting, the boats are definitely not in the correct place, but I'm not moving them now, besties. We're not doing that. But yeah, besides Buddy Daddies and Skip and Loafer and She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat, I also did a lot of reading while I was away, which was very exciting. Okay, besties, another check-in. I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I've painted the base for the water, and I think it's very cute and very slay. We're gonna just ignore, once again, all of the perspective issues with this painting and just, like, let it exist as, like, an abstract, impressionistic piece of art, okay? Like, just go with it. Bad news, I just checked my weather app, and apparently it is going to be 90 degrees until literally 9 o'clock at night. And I am in direct sunlight and I am slowly melting. So I think it is in my best interest, the interest of my health, that I take what we have so far and head back inside to my air-conditioned apartment, because this idea for a video is very cute, honestly. Like, not to brag or anything, but I'm kind of a genius. Don't think it's so cute that it's worth dying over, though. So yeah, I'll check back with y'all again when I'm in my apartment. Okay? Okay, we're back at my apartment. And also, it's the next day. When I got home, I was so tired. I just passed out. I could not. You do not understand how hot it was out there. But I'm feeling better now. Start working on the sky. I'd really like to start working on the sky. And some of the clouds as well. And then we'll come back to the rocks and the trees and the flowers over here. Oh my god, that is way too bright. Okay, hold on. We need water. We need... I like this sky more than I thought I would. But I think that's because it's kind of hard to mess up a sky with watercolors. But I think that that's what I'm going to try to do now, is I'm going to try and mess it up. If you get anything out of this video, I hope that it is the courage to be bad at something. I really do. I hope that you find something in your life that makes you happy, even if you're not good at it. Because I think watercolors make me happy, even if I'm terrible at them, you know? Honestly, maybe it might be in my best interest to stop messing with the sky and start working on the rocks and this whole area. So let's do that. Let's start on that. Now, the rocks in game are, the ones I'm using are very gray with like a lot of moss texture to them. But gray is one of those colors that like really I don't have the bandwidth for in watercolors. Oh, okay, that's not that bad. It's very light. It's not really anything, but I'm nervous. I'm gonna accidentally add too much. No! See, that's what I was afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of adding too much color. And I was right to be afraid of that. I really was. Oh, that's not that bad. Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. See? See? That's what I love about watercolors is they're very forgiving. Ooh, I remember something from yesterday that I wanted to talk about. I miss doing Happy Home Paradise videos a whole lot. Earlier, we were talking about she loves to cook, she loves to eat. That drama adaptation, in particular, the way that their apartments look, first of all, their apartments are very cute. But more importantly, they would be so easy to recreate in Animal Crossing. Like, I'm not joking. Like, half of the furniture that they have in their apartments is actually stuff that's in the game. And I could very easily recreate that in Happy Home Paradise. And I really want to. I wanted to do that for Pride Month, but then I didn't come back until the end of Pride Month. So I was your Pride Month gift. So you're welcome. I want to know, for those of you who are fans of the manga or of the show, or both, which villagers I should have for the characters. That's a fun question, because I don't really know. I can't think off the top of my head. Well, I was so nervous about doing these rocks, and they look fine. They look better than like 90% of what's going on. The trees are not done, so I'm not counting that. I kind of want to do a wash of like very light green down here on the ground, and then do the lupins / hyacinths. Maybe we need to fix the trees. Maybe the trees... I mean, the trees clearly need some help. That's not up for debate. On the off chance that any of you sat down with paint and paintbrushes to paint along with me during this video, like we're Bob Ross, terrible Bob Ross, on the off chance that any of y'all are doing that, let me know in the comments what part of your island you're painting right now. Or if you're even painting your island. If you're painting, I don't know, whatever you feel in your heart. That, ooh, abort, no. No. I think I mentioned earlier how I don't know how light works, or how colors work, or how shadows work, or how perspective works. And I think that is really going to come into play now that we're working on the fine details. So even though this painting in particular is kind of a flop, if y'all like this video, because I really enjoy making this, I kind of want to paint another scene on my island. Like, I'd really like to paint the outside of my house. I think that painting a flower field, especially a hyacinth slash lupin field, potentially be really slayful. Or if this just absolutely grinds your gears and you hate it with a burning passion, please also let me know. I'd love to hear about that. This is definitely more of an abstract tree than I was intending, but I think it kind of works, and it's also way better than what we had before. This entire video, you all have been forced to look at my messed up thumb, and for that, I genuinely, truly apologize. See, maybe it's for the best that this part of the screen is small. They kind of look like tiny little trees. Actually, to be honest, maybe now paint has dried, we can go back in and try to make the trees look less like triangles. Oh, besties. Oh, look at that. That is so cute. I love that. Okay, that is significantly improved. It's still a little bit wonky. Don't come at me. This entire video is just me begging and pleading for y'all to be nice to me. Be nice to me, okay? Don't be mean when you could be nice. Okay, now it's time to fix the sky. I think my plan for this is to take advantage of the fact that this is dry and draw some fluffy clouds on top of it. My brush is doing so much heavy lifting today, and I'm so proud of her for that. Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, that's a little fun. Also extremely true to life, and by life I mean Animal Crossing. Because if there's one thing that Animal Crossing New Horizons is gonna give you, it's a big fluffy cloud. I kind of want it to have like a little baby on its head up here. All right, besties, I'm back with probably the final stretch of this painting. As you can see, in the grand tradition of this channel, I have done some things off camera, mainly adjusting the white fluffy clouds. I went a little crazy with the clouds, to be honest, but I think they're kind of slayful actually. But yeah, we're about done with the painting, and based on the editing that I was doing while I was waiting for this stuff to dry a little bit, we're also almost done with the Animal Crossing video. So we gotta speed this up a little bit. Honestly, my idea for the lighthouse is just to like have like a ball of light in the middle of it, like this. This could be bad. This could be bad. Oh, besties, this could be bad. Though, to be honest, I don't know if anything will go as badly as me fighting for my life in my editing software to pull this video together. That went badly, besties. Oh, that's not that bad at all. Oh, that's pretty. Wait a minute. Then, well, that's pretty much the lighthouse. I'm gonna do a quick coat of white paint, and then I'm gonna outline some things. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a second with the final painting and the final build. Okay, besties, before I show this to you, you have to promise not to laugh, okay? Don't laugh. Are we clear? Okay. So this is the final painting. Clearly, the pen was a mistake. We can acknowledge that. It's not the worst thing on the boats. I don't know if there was really any way I was gonna save these boats, if I'm being honest. The lighthouse, on the other hand, yeah, no, we don't have to talk about that. Don't avert your eyes, honestly. Like, don't even acknowledge her. Okay. To be fair to me, the painting I showed you at the beginning of this video, the Maggie Simpson, was greatly enhanced by the pen. So, I mean, my logic is sound, okay? The execution leaves a little bit to be desired. But you know what? You know what I said earlier? This video is about finding joy in being bad at something. And I think that this really epitomizes that in a lot of ways. So this is the final painting. It's not all bad. Honestly, I think that the title of this video is a little bit of an exaggeration. I think that the background elements, like the sky and the clouds and the water and the flowers and the trees and the rocks, are all quite slayful, actually. I think that those look quite good. I think that the man-made elements leave a bit to be desired, but you know what? I warned you at the beginning of this video that I am not a painter and that this is just a hobby, and it clearly will continue to be a hobby. And hey, in terms of how much it matches the Animal Crossing build that you're looking at right now, I think I got 10s in that category. So, you know, in terms of Animal Crossing accuracy, I think we're doing pretty good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed this experiment. I had a lot of fun with it, even if the end result was in some ways a little underwhelming. I think in other ways, it was quite successful. And it was successful if you had fun. And I had fun, so there you go. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, you can leave a like or a comment letting me know. It really helps me out. You can also check out my other videos. I post Animal Crossing content here super often, and I'm about to post the dream address for this island, so be on the lookout for that. Also, hopefully editing me put in a little insert at the beginning of this video about my upcoming Happy Home Paradise live stream on Sunday, July 16th, 2023 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will be playing all of Happy Home Paradise in one sitting, and you will have complete control over what I build. So make sure to check that out. It'll be a lot of fun. I hope that you had fun painting. I hope that whatever you painted was more successful than this. I'm sure that your art was very beautiful if you painted along with me, genuinely. I've seen some of the community's art and it's really fantastic. So, you know, oh, check out my socials. Look at that. Look at that segue. Check out my Instagram and my Discord linked in the description, and you can share your beautiful art with me. I would love to see it. That's gonna be it for me today. I have to go finish my island now. Hopefully my next painting will be slightly more successful than this one. But yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you all again very soon, besties. Bye.